Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Thinkers Rock. Yep, where we turn dreams into reality. Okay, first of all, let's do some house cleaning. Make sure you guys like the video, leave a comment if you enjoy it, and subscribe, right, for more videos coming up. Now today is a special edition, right? Special episode for Lightworkers United, okay? Not a football club, but just a collective. For all of us are doing our thing to raise the frequency, keep our soul integrated in this in this third density. Sorry, just clearing my throat. And using all of the tools that we have, right, to raise our vibration. Now, these are some of the things that my team has come up with. Some reminders, some things we can do, some things to keep in mind for the upcoming week, right? So now, one of them is letting reality work for you, right? So this is something probably you already know, but if you don't, reality is here to to work with you, right? It's here to work with you. Like everything that happens, there's a lot of ways you can grow with it, right? So a lot of people have different views on how this can work, right? So there's an event, and you could either give meaning to it or not, right? You could say there's no meaning, there's no purpose behind such event, or you could find or create a meaning to either benefit you or to create resistance or separation, whatever you may choose, right? Because ultimately you have the power. Now, that also means whatever you see in the outside world doesn't determine your frequency. Like you always have the choice to rise above it or to do the inside work, meaning either take a step back or in involving yourself if you need to, just living in your truth, whatever that is. Doing that will also help you to stay grounded and anchored in your own frequency instead of taking on something else that you may see around you. Because as we know, on Earth, there's a lot of distractions, right? There's so many things that can happen. Plenty of things that can happen, right? So it's very good to stay connected, to stay in contact with your team. Get in contact with them if you're not already, right? And they'll give you this assistance. And that's one of the other steps, is to ask for help if you need it. There's plenty of help out there. There's physical. Let's start with that, right? So, as we know, spiritual workers, everyone's spiritual, right? But the ones that are actively trying to live that life to set the groundwork, if you will, for the future generations, we know that things aren't always what they seem, right? So we could see something, but it's up to us to decide what that can mean for us. But that also means that there's a degree of isolation needed. It's different for everyone, but some people have just a chapter in their story where they are isolated in order to develop their own frequency, their own energy, so they know what it feels like to be in that own power without needing someone else around you to distract you from that or to show you that, because you don't really necessarily need anyone to do that. Your soul is already contacting you, giving you little tidbits every day. And it's also very important. This is one of the other ones that we're focusing on. One of the other tips that my team is telling me is to let go so we can bring new to come in. If we're noticing how things are going, there's multiple ways to look at things, but there's a consistency in a way of thinking. It could be positive. It could be a positive outlook or an outlook which views which is painted in separation and resistance, right? Things that are not very preferable. So now, letting go of those ideals or beliefs can also help all of us, not just you, but the whole world. Because remember, what you're doing is affecting more than just you. It's affecting a bunch of people, right? Because the more we are connected and expanding, we're affecting the grid that we're all connected to, because we're all connected, right? And then finally, just putting that trust in knowing that you have what it takes to do whatever you need to do, whether that's cleansing yourself from energies you feel like you don't need, whether that's developing a new skill, whether that's getting the life you want, whatever it is. This reality, it's like Play-Doh. Just like your mind, it just shifts all around. Just because it's not glitching like a bad computer doesn't mean things aren't changing in the background, and they always are. Always. So these are a couple things we could focus on in the next week. It's a lot of information, but I'm sure you can download it and integrate it and access the same streams of thought that I am, right? So hopefully that helps, right? This is just one episode of Lightworkers United, where we just talk about all the things that us lightworkers on Earth are going through, some of the things that may help us going forward, and some ways to look at things in the past, because it's all now. It all could be changed, right? So hope you guys enjoyed it. It's another episode, right? Let me know what you think, and we'll be back soon. Peace.